Here, and today was another $1,000 day in the market. The market was slow moving this morning, man. Genuinely, it was not, again, like the market has not been great the past few weeks for me, as far as like how I like it to move. It was definitely difficult to watch for the most part. But at the end of the day, I'm sure you guys pretty much what happened, how the strategy worked out in general. If you guys are new here, I trade the 15-minute orb strategy. Obviously, with Confluence, I got a comment the other day, oh, there's no strategy that works. I literally tell you guys this all the time. He's 100% correct. Like, there is no strategy that's 100% consistent in the market. It's all about Confluence and, overall just trusting in your edge, where it's going, being able to cut it off early, let your winners run type of thing. So I'm just gonna show you guys pretty quickly where I went in, what happened today, just show you guys pretty much where it was at. So number one, we had the 15-minute candle right here. I traded at 9:30 in the morning, New York Stock Exchange, New York Time, I should say, jeez, I'm crow. New York Time, okay, so we have our higher high, our lower low right here. And as you guys know, I trade from the 15, I switched to the 15 to the 5-minute. All right, so let's go back and show you guys pretty much what happened. So as you guys can see, we have a closure right here, right? And this is why I always tell you guys to wait for that second candle, right? Every single time I make a video for you guys, I tell you, let me move this over so hopefully I'm out of the light there. There we go. As you guys can see, if you had waited for that second candle, we saw a complete green, so I held off. I jumped it actually up here because I had seen what was happening, okay? So as you guys can tell, and from the previous videos, I always tell you guys, wait for that second candle because this could have been a complete and utter, green day. It could have been, without Confluence, we don't know. We just know, okay, well, if it had a closure underneath, we know that it wanted to move down in that moment, right? So when the market wants to move down, we always get to make sure there's Confluence to make sure that we're making the right choice, okay? So I always tell you guys, what we wait for is a closure underneath this lower low, which we got, okay? We got that at 9:45, 9:50-ish, right? And we saw a green candle. I held off because at the end of the day, we know it's green. Okay, so we're not gonna jump in right now. We're gonna wait to see a reversal, okay? So you wait to about right here, you started to see that there was no closure above this gap, none, okay? Which is a great sign that, again, there was, I guess there's one right here. I shouldn't say that. There was a green, but there was immediately a red, so I held off there as well. Again, if there was complete green candles up above right here, I probably would have taken a good guess that it would have kept heading upwards, but we were already at higher highs, so genuinely, today was, again, an iffy day. Again, that you would have had your small risk if you had jumped in right here for a put. You put your stop loss above here. If it kept going above that, man, I would have gotten out immediately anyway. I do not like to trade when the market is at an all-time high. I just never have. I don't think I ever will. But what I can tell you is you want to make dang sure that you're making the right choice, okay? And that's why we have our stop losses, right? So if you had entered right here, you say, oh, you know what, Al said we want to make sure that, there's going to be some type of, pattern to this, right? With the Confluence, right? In Confluence, what does that mean? It means we have stuff lined up to where, it's gonna go where we need it to go. Pretty much. We can't just go, put it this way, right? We can't just go in right here and say, okay, well, because the market is telling us red, it's going to be red for the rest of the day. That's not how it works. That market showed us that there was no continuation from here down, right? From this point right here down. We saw a green, which means we had to wait for Confluence that it was going to make a continuation back downwards underneath that again, which was right here, right? We saw a complete, continuation downwards, which is great, right? And then we saw a continuation upwards, down, right? But we knew at this point when it was already coming back down into this range, we obviously had the Confluence here as well. That was 2 layers of Confluence. And again, the third level of Confluence for me was that we are at an all-time high. Sometimes we can go up into the higher highs again and make do higher highs. It could have happened that way. I would have gotten stomped out, and I would have known immediately that there was a continuation up to the upside. So it's as easy as that. I can't say it's as easy as that because it's not easy. It's extremely difficult. And again, like trading in the ES is a little bit slower. So if we had went in, on the ES, it would have looked a little bit different for you for sure. I know a lot of people like to trade this because it's a lot slower. So again, it's just really depending on what you want to do. Again, I trade the NASDAQ. I thought about doing the ES and showing you guys pretty much what I do on that as well because it's the same exact thing. There's not really much of a difference. I mean, the ES just moves slower, but the numbers are more, at the end of the day. So I generally hope that you can learn something from this, learn from my win today. I mean, at the end of the day, all Confluence is lined up, and that's all we want to see in the market is that all the Confluences are lining up. And one thing you can look at as well is like if you don't want to use the 5-minute, you really want to check and make sure that your Confluences are lining up, is to watch this gap right here, right? I put this is called a fair value gap, by the way. And if you had seen dang well, right, okay, well, we're seeing a 15-minute closure underneath this gap, we know dang well it's mostly going to continue downwards, okay? Because the higher the time frame, the higher the power, right? So if it's a 15-minute versus a 5-minute, the 15 is telling you more where it's going than the 5-minute would, okay? So it's as easy as that, man. You would have hit your take profit. If you put a take profit like $1,000 down here, you would have taken it. If you put 2,000, you probably would have got that as well, to be honest with you. So I hope this video helps you. I hope you can take something from this. It looks like we're making a sweet reversal right now to the upside. Again, that doesn't mean it's going to stay that way, but who knows? Hopefully tomorrow will be a good green day, and we'll see what happens. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to smash that like button. And also I wanted to say a quick, to the end of this video, if you guys are here, to pray for Charlie Kirk. I just heard the news. Absolutely devastated me. That's why I'm kind of all over the place right now. I genuinely pray for him. I pray for his family. I genuinely hope he comes out of this. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, the evil that is in our world. And that's why we have the Lord Jesus, and anyone who's watching this, just pray for him, pray for his family, and our world is a crazy place, man. It's heartbreaking, and it's evil. It's generally evil. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I love you guys. Just make sure to say some prayers for him.